All right. All right, thank you for joining us, everyone, today. Hi, I'm Allison Hahn, Executive Director of Grow North, and I'm pleased to be part of the MBOLD Coalition. MBOLD consists of leaders from some of the world's foremost food and agricultural companies, research institutions, and nonprofit organizations. And we are driving MBOLD's work to test and execute solutions to the biggest challenges facing our food systems. I also have the pleasure of leading the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Pillar with Shannon Schlecht, the ED at AURI. And together, we have been running the BOLD Growth Program this year, which focuses on supporting high growth startups in the food and ag space by connecting them with advisors and pro bono project work within the MBOLD Coalition. And today I am joined by Eric Teible, CEO of Sentera, and Ben Van Straten, Director of Innovation for CHS. And CHS needs no introduction. We all know who they are, but Eric, I would love for you to give our audience just the quick 30-minute version of who Sentera is and what you do.
Great. Thanks, Allison. So Sentera is an analytics and insights company that is focused on an agronomic problem set around food and agriculture. So we develop insights using data from space-based imagery, from drone-based imagery, from farm machinery, from soil data, and we bring all of that data together to help trusted advisors generate better economic and environmental outcomes for growers, essentially. So we serve crop retailers where agronomy services are delivered. We serve consumer packaged goods companies that are trying to achieve sustainability benefits or establish traceability and so forth. And finally, we serve sort of a risk and lending set of customers that are using these data pools to more efficiently price capital to their customers.
Awesome. Always good to have that multi-channel strategy. Well, Eric, I am going to have you kick off with the first question, actually, and that would be to tell us why you and Sentera were interested in joining a program like Bold Growth in the first place and what you were hoping to gain as part of this coalition.
Yeah, well, it's a great story for us, and I think a lot has to do with the stage where we were as a company at the time that the cohort was formed for us with MBOLD. So we're a venture-backed company, and as a venture-backed company progresses in stages, there's kind of a well-established pattern. The first step is to validate that the technology actually works and make that into a product and work to establish product market fit and establish that value exists. And when we arrived at MBOLD, we had been through those sort of gates. And the next task for a company then is to demonstrate that what has been done can scale, that we've identified the customer set, we've identified the value propositions, and then we can go after a very focused go-to-market strategy and a very focused product strategy. And we were really starting that process when MBOLD was kicking off. So, basically, in front of us was this framework where we had McKinsey, the ag practice, which is based in the Twin Cities, world-class consultancy that is generally advising customers much larger than Sentera. We had here the largest ag retailer in North America. We had one of the largest ag lenders sitting in the finance and risk space. And then we have one of the most technically advanced and largest consumer packaged goods companies in General Mills. I forgot to mention Compeer on the financial side. So we had this cohort that almost perfectly described the set of customers to whom we were trying to sell, that were coming together within a framework where they would actually advise us on strategy and product positioning, which was perfect for where we were and perfect for where we were trying to go. And that's why it was such a fantastic opportunity for us.
Awesome. I love that we were able to match you so well. And Ben, the next question for you, and obviously this week on the tails of the really exciting announcement about the new fund partnership between CHS and Growmark, interaction with companies like Sentera are going to become more and more critical. As an advisor to this program, can you share how CHS and other large companies can benefit from participating?
Yeah, hi Allison, and thank you very much for the question. Cooperative Ventures is really a win for both producers and the cooperative system. Both CHS and Growmark together represent thousands of farmers across millions of acres. So both companies have a unique ability to match innovation to the needs of our producers. We benefit from this program specifically by interacting with the advisors and program finalists such as Sentera in a safe space where we can all take off our business development hats and really have meaningful conversations. It's a unique opportunity to look under the hood and understand the value of the ecosystem more broadly.
I love that. And coming off on that for you, Eric, as a follow-up, we're about 7 months or so into the program, and you have moved through some of those projects and conversations that you mentioned, particularly with the work with McKinsey. Talk about what aspects of that have been valuable to your organization and how you look to take that forward as you guys move into the next phases of growth.
Yeah, like you said, it's been 7 months of almost perfectly timed interaction with customers. I would just echo what Ben said in terms of the framework that within which we're operating in Embold. So we're not there to sell. I mean, usually when Sentera is in the room, when we get a swing at one of these customers, we're there to sell. And that was not the framing of Embold. So there was a chance for us to really understand when a customer, in our case, is looking at digital, when they're looking at things like machine learning and advanced analytics, how does that fit into their core business? What are they trying to accomplish? And so as we were going through a really detailed assessment of what is our product vision, what is the product architecture, how do we again map into a product that will scale, and a go-to-market strategy that actually maps to customer needs, we're sitting in with the folks who are making those decisions for the leaders in the space. And we are doing this in a forum where we are, like, as I said, it's not a very commercial forum. It's actually quite a strategic forum. We are able to have conversations about the fundamental issues that they are trying to address as they think about the changes that are going through ag retail, through lending, all of the changes that are percolating, obviously, through consumer sentiment and traceability. What do those actually mean in terms of the insights that Sentera is producing and delivering? I mean, it was a fantastic framework for us to be able to discuss those things very openly, to talk about things that we have tried that didn't work out. And there were some fairly surprising insights. Maybe the reason that something didn't work out is not what we thought it would, not what we thought it was, and it gives us an opportunity to go back and maybe reapproach that. So tremendously valuable. I will be very sad to see the formal framework sort of end here on schedule at the beginning of 2022. But I think we've built great relationships, and I hope we can take them all forward as a company.
Well, I think you hit right the nail on the head with a unique feature of this program, which it does allow for that safe space of conversation, where normally it is on edge, you're selling, you need to hit the mark, you need to make it work. And you're allowed to fail in a safe environment, which normally doesn't happen when you're at that level. Normally, failure is often thought of for early entrepreneurs, and have been able to grow and pivot, figure out the new strategy and where you really should dive in, especially as you want to differentiate yourself from other companies in this space. I think that's been a wonderful aspect for you guys to really add value to what you can bring to the scene. Well, we do need to wrap up quickly here. Ben, the last quick thing I want to say for you, and you touched on it a little bit earlier around kind of being that peek under the hood in the ecosystem, but there's often more of a battle between large and small companies. They don't really work together. They don't play nice as well as they should at times. And I'm curious, your thoughts on what would you say are one of the benefits of being able to have this type of partnership with smaller companies where it'd be a little more combative in other situations?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Well, at CHS, our owners and our customers rely on us to cut through noise, to find and or innovative solutions that solve real problems. Where this program is very unique is that it allows us to break down barriers that get in the way of meaningful collaboration. So we wouldn't be having these conversations if it weren't for this unique safe space environment. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than being able to showcase Sentera at our annual meeting in December. And it's all built on the pilots that we've performed the last couple of years together, but also this unique sandbox where we're able to speak meaningfully with advisors and of course, Eric at Sentera.
Awesome. Well, we are excited to see what happens for the growth of Sentera. We need more unicorns in Minnesota. I hope you guys are on the docket to be one of the next ones. Thank you both so much for joining us today and for sharing your insights. It's been a pleasure, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Thanks so much for joining.
Thanks, Allison.
Awesome.